An Illinois teacher, a substitute teacher, called 4 students African Americans, even though they're not African Americans, they're actually from Jamaica. Now, 2 of the students are Mia Thompson and Zaria Daniel. And apparently, while they were in their social studies class, and after they were called African American, they were correcting the substitute teacher, and the substitute teacher didn't like that so much. So according to Mia Thompson, all 4 of us that were sitting there got offended because none of us are African or from Africa. I'm Jamaican, so we said, can you please not call us that? She continued to call us that and said, and by the way, she said, well, back in the day, they just called you guys the N-word, okay?
Now, it drives me crazy that the articles sometimes get so politically correct. You can't tell if the teacher said the N-word,
right,
or they actually said the word.
Exactly.
Right? And the teacher did say the word. Here, I'll say it, okay? She said nigger. She didn't say you're the N-word, right? So that, of course, is far uglier, and it gives you the proper context of what actually happened in that classroom.
Yeah, so she continued to call us that and said, if the politically correct, it's the politically correct term, then she said, well, back in the day, you guys would be considered niggers. That's how she said it. Okay,
Right.
So obviously this upsets them. They're middle school students. They're at J. Stern Middle School in Illinois. The students said that the teacher continued to use the word throughout the 80-minute class period. They said that she also referred to them as slaves. Now the school decided to fire her. She will no longer be a substitute teacher there. But what in God's name does she think she's doing? Like, why do you think it's okay to talk to students like that?
So first of all, as far as the girls who were complaining about being called African Americans, now I know this well because I'm Mr. Jamaica. Everybody knows this, okay? And so when I used to date Zara Burton, who was Miss Jamaica at the time, not a big deal. Did I mention that?
It really isn't a big deal.
Okay. And we would joke around about that African American is technically incorrect in her case because she's not from Africa, etc. But is this something offensive? I'm not sure I agree that it's offensive. I mean, it's a term that's used for blacks in America, okay?
Yeah.
Now, here's a proper way to handle it, though. So they think, hey, we don't like that because it's not correct. Whether it's offensive or not, it's not correct, right? Then, substitute teacher of the world, hello, why don't you just say, oh, okay, what would you like to be called?
I know, but
That's it. End of the problem, right?
She didn't like to be corrected. I'm psychoanalyzing her now, but she didn't like to be corrected. And obviously, deep down inside, it doesn't seem like it's in her subconscious. It seems like it's very overt, right?
Yeah.
She's racist, right? She couldn't wait to use that word. Why would you randomly give them that fact, that little factoid there?
Right.
It's because you wanted to use the word. Let's keep it real.
And she continued to call him that word throughout.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just like one slip up and everybody's getting politically correct over
Yeah.
it. So I'm told that we got past racism in America. Okay.
That's true. We do have a black president.
Right. Now look, so the point there is not that everybody's racist. It's that you can see that sometimes all you gotta do is scratch the surface. As Anna said, it's not buried deep in the subconscious. In a lot of cases it is, and probably in most cases it is. But in some cases, you just scratch the surface a little bit and she's like, oh yes, I get to call you what I really been thinking all along. But look, the good news is we don't live in a world where that's openly acceptable anymore. So she got fired.
She
and the
did,
girls
which
are
is
defended.
great. I
So
think the
that's
proper
good.
thing happened. Absolutely.
I mean, you want that woman teaching all the students and grading the students when she clearly has a bias against some of the students?